If doubling down on the conglomerate model is not the answer, what about the opposite approach, spinning off, selling or closing some units and returning money to shareholders? That would please many investors. So if doubling down is kind of like the same idea as the strong dose of medicine. Doubling down means like you work harder. Right? Doubling down is like you try to work harder to do something. So try harder to become this conglomerate, large group of stuff. So if you try to become, you have two options. You either try to become this large group of stuff, but you have to work hard at it. Or you do what? If this is not the answer, then what is the answer?
Spinning off.
Yeah, spinning off. Spinning off, you just sell off. You just sell off part of your business. You sell off the part of the business which is not making money or whatever.
Okay. So conglomerate is a big group, right?
Conglomerate.
Conglomerate, big company.
Con means what?
One.
Con means like join together, join. Conglomerate is like
Group.
a bunch of different groups. So you join a bunch of different groups as a conglomerate.
Okay. So if you don't work hard to make this become a big group model, then you just sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, and return the money to shareholders, please the investors. Okay. By some calculations, Alphabet is worth $100 billion less than the sum of its parts. Alphabet is worth $10 billion less than the sum of its parts. What does this mean? It's worth 100 billion less
than
the sum of its parts.
So if you actually, if you look at the sum of all the Alphabet parts, it may cost more than $100 billion, or at least it costs a lot more than $100 billion. But Alphabet by itself is, if you just count the money, how much is that worth? Is actually less. It's worth less than the sum of its parts. Okay, so it's kind of like saying all your like t-shirt, shoes, pants, and I sell those clothes together. I'll sell for $50 if I sell those things together. But if I sell separately, I probably can get $70.
Okay.
That's all. So Alphabet, it costs $100 billion less than if you actually try to sell off each of the parts. So that means that you can get a lot more money if you sell the different parts off.
Means if you sell the whole, it's less than 100 billion. But if you sell separately, it's more than 100 billion?
No. It is a difference here. $100 billion less. It's a difference. We don't know how much it's worth. It doesn't tell you how much it's worth. So it's saying that the difference between selling the whole thing versus selling its part is 100 billion. The difference.
Oh, if you sell separate,
you get 100 billion more.
You get 100 billion more. Yeah. Then you sell
separate.
The whole.
Yeah.
No, then you sell the whole. Okay.
Spinning off YouTube would increase competition in internet advertising, a handy sop to regulators, as well as unlocking value. So if you try to sell YouTube, it would increase competition in internet advertising. Means that there'll be more people competing for internet advertising. And I don't know what a SOP is. I don't know what SOP to regulators means, right?
So if you sell YouTube, and the market will have more competition.
Yeah.
A handy SOP to regulators?
Yeah, because regulators are happy if that happens.
Handy SOP is happy.
Probably a gift, maybe. A handy SOP means probably gift. A handy SOP.
Regulator is who?
Government regulator.
Government is regulators?
Yeah, you forgot all that part about regulators. The tension that these big companies have for government regulators.
Oh, means if you sell YouTube to another company?
Not another company, just spin it off. There's no selling, just spin it off.
You say spin it off is sell, ma?
No, spin off is just to break out. You break it away.
It's not that another company to buy?
No, it doesn't necessarily do it. They just make
it just becomes
its own company.
Huh?
It just becomes its own company. So the spin-off it becomes its own company.
Become its own company? What does this mean? This
A
YouTube
spin-off
belong to...
I know. Spin-off means YouTube will become its own company. Apart from Google. No longer Google. That's what spin-off means.